wondering to yourself, who could say things like this? What kind of animals are these? How many of them are there? It seems like they never stop coming. It's just over and over with their foul language, death threats, you name it. It's unbelievable. Seemingly intelligent people calling you an animal abuser and you should be in prison, you should be in jail. You ought to kill yourself. Did you bring this on yourself? Your friends told you not to post anything on social media. Look, they warned you of the consequences you could face. But this new kitten you adopted was so cute you just wanted to share it with the world. How could anybody possibly make something bad out of that? Where do they come from? How do they find you? What motivates these people to make comments like this? Who are they? Are they just children having fun? Could a bunch of kids be sitting in a library doing these kind of things? Or is it something far more sinister? Can there actually be people out there whose sole purpose in life is just to create havoc and make other people feel bad? Are they paid to do this kind of thing? Or is it just a sickness that just because they're able to say something, that the only thing they know how to do is say something bad? They don't know how to say anything good. Do they realize the pain that they create and cause people, or do they do it on purpose? Are these people even from Earth? They seem like they're aliens. Who could talk to their fellow human beings like this? Are they from another planet? Actually, there are kids sitting around in a library or sitting at home making mean comments, trying to hurt somebody's feelings. But they're kind of like the bully in the schoolyard. They're a problem, but they're not the big problem. Teaching your kids how to interact with other kids on a school ground is approximately the same thing as the new learning situation they have to go through on the internet. And not all comments are meant to be bad. Sometimes they're just misunderstood. Sometimes just a little innocent kidding can turn into something major. If the smiley face is left off a comment, it can be taken as something really bad. Although there are groups of kids that get together and in a concerted effort try to do as much damage to another one of their peers as they can, and this sometimes leads into devastating consequences. So as far as trolls go, kids interacting with kids is about the bottom of the list to be worried about. Good parenting or even interaction from other family members can usually resolve these kind of problems. Children of today need to be taught, and taught early, that these trolls exist and they need to know how to deal with them. And any parent out there that has a child using social media needs to be aware of this also. Don't let your child end up being one of these headlines. Think of internet trolling the same way you would think about the way fishermen fish. These guys have their lure in the water, trolling up and down the lake to see what'll bite. Sooner or later, something will be attracted to their lure. There are some trolls who think of the internet as a big ocean full of children. These guys use words as lures, and that's exactly what they're doing, is going up and down the internet, back and forth, seeing if they can get an unsuspecting child to hit on their lure. Pedophiles are the trolls that parents should be extremely on the guard for. I put the pedophile at the top of the list of the most dangerous trolls on the internet. Loss of life, physical abuse, mental anguish, families devastated, and children's lives turned completely upside down. These are the real ogres of the internet. What happened to the normal bad guys? The ones you could see coming, and you know you didn't want to have anything to do with them. Used to strike fear into the meek and the weak at heart. Well, even these guys have their good days. When it comes to demonizing people, they're not even close to the troll. The only thing new about this phenomenon is it's taking place on the internet. It's an outlet the trolls have never had before. You can't tell one by looking at them. They blend in any crowd. There are other trolls out there that cost lives and can devastate families with a few short strokes of a keyboard. One of these, believe it or not, comes from your own government. There are government-paid trolls out there searching through social media to find all sorts of different things. Some are looking for terrorist activity. Some are just looking for lawbreakers in general. But what you have to watch out for is the ones that'll bait you. Everything you do or say on social media is recorded. This is what people have to learn. Might not mean anything at this time, but later on, if they ever get after you for something, they can pull up your past experiences and turn it into anything they want to. In today's corporatized economy and judicial system, and hyped up fear-mongering media frenzy, the proverbial scales of justice tip heavily toward the establishment. You know, that old saying that justice is blind seems like it doesn't quite mean what it used to. Today, an ill-placed comment directed at a government official during a brief but unmeaningful bout with anger under the watchful eye of a paid government troll could put you on a no-fly list. Or even worse, you could end up in a small interrogation room in a foreign country without any legal representation. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in today. For those that still think they have the right to privacy, I'm sorry, but those days are long gone. There's somebody recording every move you make. Hundreds of different corporations are watching you for 100 different reasons, the same as 100 government organizations are watching you for 100 different reasons. The eyes in the sky capture everything. There isn't any getting away from it. It's to the point now walking from one room in your house to another room is being recorded. Maybe nobody's watching it right now, but at any time in the future that they want to see what you've done in an hour, anywhere on the planet, they'll be able to call your name up and see every move you've made. Anybody that doesn't believe this is true hasn't been paying attention to the news, hasn't been paying attention to the announcement the government's made. Soon the only right that we'll have as a people on this planet, if it keeps going the way it's going, is the right to remain silent. Not only can these organizations watch you, the troll can hack into any of these databases, and anyone with malicious intent has the same capability of watching you as the government does. Today, any modern piece of equipment, all the way from your can opener to your car, can be tracking you and tracking every move you make, every conversation you have, and all of this goes into a database somewhere. And somewhere there's a troll trying to figure out how to get into this database and get this information. He's trying to figure out how to get your PIN numbers. He wants to get into your pension fund, your bank account, anything he can, and transfer money into an overseas account somewhere. I think you've seen lately how safe the government's databases are. Internet hacking has been in the news quite frequently lately. So, I hope this gives you an idea how many different kinds of trolls there are. I haven't covered them all, but the next time you hear someone talking about an internet troll, don't take it lightly. Even if the troll is not affecting you at this very moment, more than likely he's affecting somebody that you know, possibly a child, possibly a relative. There's probably no way to stop trolling, but there is a way to slow it down. Don't respond to their comments. If you see suspicious activity on your social site coming from some individual, delete their comments and block them to where they can't come back and bother you anymore. Monitor your bank accounts, if not daily, at any opportunity you can to make sure there's no suspicious activity going on. These trolls can destroy your life overnight, not only by taking your finances, but possibly causing death or injury to one of your family members or even yourself. There's not very much information on these trolls out there on the internet, which I kind of find amazing. And that's why I'm making this video, to let people be aware that they're out there. So the next time you hear that saying out there, whether it's on the internet or just hear somebody say it, don't feed the trolls, take it seriously.